When dealing with any firearm, weapon safety is paramount. You need to make sure that you're following the 4 firearm safety rules. Any negligent discharge, any accident that has ever happened with a weapon has been as a result of one of these 4 rules not being followed. So to maintain your safety and the safeties of others around you, make sure you're following these firearm safety rules. Rule number 1, treat all guns as if they're loaded. Now, it's interesting that if you take a gun and someone that wants to see it and you hand it to them and you say it's unloaded, one of the first things that they do is put their finger on the trigger. If you were to take that same person with the same request as let me see your gun, hand it to them and say, hey, this thing is loaded, you'll see that they probably won't even want to hold it, but if they do, they're going to hold it somewhere way away from the trigger. So if we treat all guns as if they're loaded, we'll show the ultimate amount of respect that this weapon demands. Second, never point your weapon at anything you don't intend to destroy, damage, or buy. That's what these guns do. They destroy and kill. So don't point your weapon at anything you're not intending to kill, damage, or buy. Now, that goes with saying, don't point them at your feet, don't point them at your fingers, don't point them at your toes, don't point them at a window, don't point them at the ground, that could ricochet. If it's concrete, don't point your weapon at anything that you're not intending to kill. Second, don't put your finger on the trigger until you're ready to fire. Don't put your finger on the trigger until you're ready to fire. Now, you can always add to these rules. I hear some people say, don't put your finger on the trigger until your sights are properly aligned. But nonetheless, don't put your finger on the trigger until you're ready to fire. And fourth, be aware of your target and what's behind it. Bullets go through people. Despite what Hollywood would have you believe, that you could use a human as a shield. If you're in one of the Die Hard movies, maybe you've seen Bruce Willis and his character use somebody as a shield and stop 7 or 8 bullets, particularly from an AK-47, from going through that guy and into him. That's not true. Bullets will go through people. So if you find yourself in having to use a weapon for self-defense, just be aware that that bad guy that you're going to shoot, it might have an innocent person standing behind him, and that innocent person may get shot as well. So always be aware of your target and what's behind it. Now, anytime you're going to use this weapon out on the range or for hunting, competition shooting, home defense, I highly recommend that you use some form of eye protection. Now, these clear safety glasses you can buy at any store like a Walmart or some type of other sporting goods stores, or even at a Bass Pro or a Cabela's or something like that. You can get them on the internet, but just clear safety glasses, put them on. It keeps your eyes from getting any of that fouling or potential shrapnel from a shell casing that's being ejected from your gun. It keeps them out of your eyes. Now, here's the thing with eyes. God only gave you 2, and they're not really replaceable. So make sure we take care of our eyes out there. Second, always use hearing protection. And these hearing protections are electronic. I highly recommend that you get some electronic ear pro, and that way that you can hear range commands or a ceasefire command or something like that that may be going on around you. You can hear that as well as it deafens the sound. Make sure you keep extra batteries with you. But look, take care of your ears. If you've got a new shooter or you're a new shooter and the noise from that gun may be a little too much for you, take your little spongies and put those in your ears and then put these on top of it. That will really help you with the noise until you get used to it. Then you can just wear the ear protection here, the ear muffs. Again, get electronic ear protection. And then for me, anytime that I'm going to be shooting, I wear a ball cap. It just helps with any type of brass that may be deflected from somebody else's gun that hits me in the face and shades me from the sun, keeps me from having that whitewash if I pan towards the sun. Again, just added protection. Please be safe outside. Please be safe with your weapon when you're cleaning it. Treat it as if it's loaded. Keep your finger off the trigger. Don't point at anything you're not willing to destroy. And then most of all, be aware of what your target is and what's behind it.